good, fam? It's Mr. Kelly with Good to the Hood, talking about anything and everything that impacts the culture. And for sure what's impacting the culture right now is the coronavirus, also known as COVID-19. So what to do? Why are people panicking? What can we do about the whole situation? So let me just go ahead and give you a little bit of my 2 cents. So first off, I don't understand why everybody is buying the toilet paper. Like cases and cases of toilet paper during this whole situation. It seems to me, if we were under martial law or it was going in that direction, or you felt like it was really going to get really wild, canned goods, non-perishables, maybe fuel, propane for your grills, butane, gasoline for the vehicles, generators, that kind of thing. I don't know about the toilet paper. But hey, I get it. It is what it is. I mean, maybe get a little extra toilet paper, but not people. I mean, people walking out with cases of toilet paper. So, okay, so coronavirus, to me, the toilet paper is nonsense. Bottled water, I get it. Pretty convenient. You can never have too much water. But again, you can boil water, right? So I don't know that that's necessarily the first thing you should go for is the bottled water, but I get it. More so than the toilet paper, like, geez Louise. Okay, so a lot of people going to stores. I myself have experienced this a little bit. You go to stores. You know, I went the other day to a local grocery store out here called Safeway, and wife wanted me to go pick up a green bell pepper and an onion for something that she was cooking the other night. All the onions were gone. Now, I don't know how in the heck all the yellow onions were wiped out. Like, legit no onions. So, okay, that was a bit interesting. Obviously, all the cleaning supplies, toilet paper, like I mentioned, water, all that is gone. But what I've also realized, I went to another store and I said, you know where you need to go? Is you need to go to one of these culturally specific grocery stores. Go to the Asian market. Go to a place that sells predominantly like Hispanic, South American type foods, right? Because I went to the Asian market and you get a bag of rice. They did have a sign that said 1 bag of rice per family, but you got to realize at the Asian market, bag of rice could be anywhere from 35 to 50 pounds. You can get a bag, you can get a bag that's 5 pounds as well. So if you get a bag of rice, even just a 5 or 10, a couple 5-pounders, or a 35-pound bag of rice, 50-pound bag of rice, you ride this thing out. I mean, you could ride this out for a couple months in your house if you had to. I got a friend of mine, he's Mexican. He went to his store. He got a 30-pound bag of frijoles, 30-pound bag of beans. So, man, you get collectively 40, 50, 100 pounds worth of beans and rice. You could ride this out to 2021 if you had to. Okay, so that's wherever your area is, find out what those type of markets are. Go to your traditional African markets, Asian market, and Hispanic markets, right? Talking to a couple friends, I found out another place to go is go to your Sprouts, your Whole Foods, natural grocers. Are you going to pay a little bit more? Yes. Are you going to get a good product? Yeah, for starters. I mean, you are going to get some healthier food for sure. And you're not going to have to worry about going in there and the shelves being wiped out. I guarantee if you go to your local Sprouts or Whole Foods, they're going to have food on the shelf. You're going to be good. Probably pick up some organic soap while you're there. Who knows? Maybe recycle toilet paper. Something of this nature. So that was kind of crazy. I've noticed also in my local area, maybe the same as with you. It was on my news feed on my Facebook the other day that at a local Walmart and Costco, in the parking lot, people throwing hands. People fighting already. We already fighting for a pack of butter and some toilet tissue. It's come to this already, America. Look, to me, you know who's really suffering and really going to be not doing well with this? Is any of you out there that didn't grow up broke or weren't raised by somebody from a second or third world country? Look, I grew up broke and my mama's from a third world country. Me personally, I'm a B.I. I know what it's like to be broke. I can eat rice every day of the week, 2 times a day, and actually kind of enjoy it. You can eat it with an egg. You can eat it with a hot dog. You can eat it with bacon. You can eat it by itself if you got a little salt, pepper, butter. Soy sauce works very nice. Get a little crazy. You can put a little bit of salt and cilantro in there. That's what Chipotle does with their rice. So rice is good to go. And if you grew up broke, not a problem. I grew up also eating bologna sandwiches with literally just bread and bologna. No lettuce, no tomato, no cheese, no mayo. I'm going to be all right. You know who's not going to do well during this whole situation? Those of you who are upper middle class or better. This is blowing your mind. This is blowing your mind. I mean, when I was growing up, a can of corn and some Pop-Tarts literally was dinner. Literally. And we loved it. It was fantastic. All those canned goods, the food is actually 9 times out of 10, it's already pre-cooked. When you get green beans or peas or corn or any of that, it's pre-cooked. Really, all you're doing is warming it up. So if you open up a can, it's already cooked. So people that didn't grow up that way, you're going to struggle a little bit. You're probably not feeling it right now. Obviously, it's very early in the whole situation. If it keeps going in this direction, it could get a little bit worse. In my particular area, just the Denver, Colorado metro area, they just passed to where restaurants and bars and places like that, your gyms, things like that, where you can have like a large group of people socially in one spot, they can't be open anymore. Now you can have your drive-through, you can have your Door Dashes, Uber Eats, those kind of things, in order for pickup. So you can do that, but you can't go in nowhere. I mean, I went to the barber shop today. Everybody was in there. Got my fade working, and so that was normal. But the whole thing is you got to prepare as best you can. So I'm not upset for anybody buying a whole bunch of stuff. Look, I get it. But it's all about balance, right? A lot of people I see on social media are like really pissed off at people that are stocking up. Now I get it. I saw this one thing where this dude had brother had like cases and cases of Purell, which is insane. But he probably, I'm assuming, he probably hustling, supply and demand. Amazon and somebody else basically cut that out. Right, because they were gouging. They were selling a little bottle of Purell for like $5, $10, $15, $20. So they cut that out, which good for them, absolutely. But a lot of people out there are opportunists. They hustling. Get a little extra, but you still can't. You're not going to stop it. They can still sell it on eBay, or they can sell it on Craigslist, or all you got to do is do what dope dealers do and travel around throughout your community and sell it. I'm not saying do that. I'm just saying that's what people are doing. You're not going to stop that. So don't stress out and go crazy on that, because I see a lot of people mad about that. And truthfully, if you see somebody buying a lot of stuff, who's to say that individual is not buying for everybody on their block, or buying for some old people, or they have a big family, right? I mean, obviously, again, if you have 17 cases of Purell, that's not the case. But I mean, if you're buying a lot of milk and you're buying, a lot of food and that kind of thing, it's possible, right? So take care of each other for sure. I would like to emphasize, I feel that everybody, whether you're part of regardless of what community or neighborhood you're from, take care of your old people. Take care of the old folks, right? They're the ones that are really negatively impacted by this whole thing, right? Because if they get it, they're real susceptible to catching it, real susceptible to the outcome being, fatal. So we want to protect your people. So if you are buying extra toilet paper and you're buying extra water, milk, canned goods, your non-perishables, pick up a little extra, run it to your mama house. Tell mom she ain't got to go to the store. You're going to go ahead and take care of it. Run it to your mom and your pops, right? Run it to your grandmama house. Run it to that old lady that lived down the street from you. I get it. She might be a pain in the butt. She probably kicking everybody off her grass and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, it's not going to kill you to show a little bit of Christian love and drop her off a gallon of water. And, it's basically Meals on Wheels, macaroni and cheese, green beans, whatever, But we're going to be all right. We're going to ride this out. Be careful for really the net jobs out there, right? I believe the vast majority of you are good people. I believe the vast majority of you aren't going crazy and just hoarding whole stores worth of stuff. Um, but there's some nutballs out there, and those are the ones you got to be careful. Those are the ones that want to fight you in the Costco parking lot over, you know, a bunch of bananas and a bag of apples or something. So be careful with that. Obviously, we're already in a situation where we were racial tension because of the current administration we have, right? We don't need to add more to it. We don't need to all of a sudden start approaching every Asian person, talking trash, being real derogatory. I mean, it's not necessary. It's just not. That's not going to help your situation. It ain't going to prevent you from catching it, right? Learn the facts. Learn the facts. Learn what you can do and what you can't do, right? And I would say go to the World Health Organization website. Go to the CDC website, maybe even your local government, right? And see what's what. Because a bunch of people talking about what they think is going on, I mean, it's the blind leading the blind at that point. Stay in your homes if you can, right? Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to go ahead and pull out some of those old DVDs. What I'm really concerned with, if I can use the term concerned, is what if the internet go down? If people can't stream their Hulu and their Netflix or YouTube, good, crime and this, shit's really going to pop off, right? But at the end of the day, there's nothing any of us can do. Wash your hands, don't touch your face. And it's not really about you catching it because most of you are probably young, right? The real thing that we need to be concerned about is one of us younger people catching it in your 20s, 30s, 40s and giving it or passing it on to somebody that's old or somebody that already has an autoimmune disease. You know, people that have diabetes or cancer, HIV, AIDS, any type of respiratory type thing, asthma, these kinds of things. So it's not always about what could happen to you. It's about how you could impact other people around you. So definitely take care of each other. Definitely have balance. Stock up on a little bit of stuff, but think this stuff through, right? Be realistic and get what you need to get. You're not going to need 17 cases of Purell. You probably couldn't find that now anyway. And if you're really, really concerned about how long we might have to be locked into our homes or whatever, the toilet paper should be really the least of your worries. What you're really going to want is canned goods and non-perishables. I mean, I feel like that's a no-brainer. As long as we have electricity, get all the meat you want, all the hamburger, get all the chicken, all the yard bird is good. That's nice and cheap. You can cook a number of different ways, right? Cereal is always good because you can have cereal by itself with milk if you got it. And if you grew up broke, you probably had it with water. So we just got to ride this out. Keep your circle small, like they say, 10 people or less. If you're working on graveyard shift, you're blessed because I work graveyard shift at an international airport, and there ain't nobody on the concourse. I mean, at best, on any given night, even before this whole situation, there was at best 24 people on the whole airport concourse. Now it's probably down to 12.5. So graveyard shift is where it's at. If you're out there and you're living off of Uber and Lyft, please be careful. If you're going to wear a mask, get the proper mask. I believe it's called an N95. Get that mask because it has a little respirator thing on it, and that's what's going to help you. Learn about the disease itself, right? COVID can't stay in the air for long periods of time. It drops to the ground pretty quick. It can survive on flat surfaces, specifically stainless steel. If I heard correctly, a few days actually. This is where your bleach comes in, your isopropyl alcohol comes in, rubbing alcohol, Clorox wipes, that kind of thing, right? You just got to be smart, right? You just got to be smart. Quit turning up at the club. Something's going on for sure. I think that the problem is some people are panicking and taking it like to the next level, but then some people aren't taking it serious at all. And I think both of those are equally harmful. Like, it's a real issue. I mean, if the NBA has stopped all games in March Madness, MLS, there's no soccer, concerts, just a whole bunch of those things. You got to realize these are multi-million, tens, hundreds of millions of dollars being lost. And America ain't built on that. So if they willing to lose or feel the need to forego making hundreds of millions of dollars because they're not going to sell basketball tickets, not going to be selling no merch, not selling no beer, no hot dogs, no popcorns, no parking fees, no whatever else it costs when you go to just a basketball game. They're not making that money. Something's going on, for sure. So take it serious, right? The problem also is America is not used to this. As Americans, we've been spoiled. We've been blessed to be in a country where we just really don't have a lot of disasters, especially that cover the whole country or big, things like that. So other countries are like, yeah, it's, to us it's like, oh my gosh, it's Armageddon. To them, it's Tuesday, right? So that's part of the problem. But we're gonna see how this all pans out. As I learn a little bit more or develop a couple more opinions, I'll probably come back on here, post another one. But during this whole COVID thing, this whole coronavirus thing, hug your loved ones, be safe, wash your hands. And also, equally as important, if you would, is to hit that subscribe button and ding on that bell and hit that so you know when I'm posting. And leave something in the comments. Tell me your 2 cents. I'll respond. But for now, this is Mr. Kelly. Good to the hood. Peace.